YouTube, it's ZapdosTCG here, and I'm back with another battle video. And last weekend I didn't make a battle video because I didn't have any time. I went to the ECC and yeah, the time just slipped my mind. I couldn't record any battle videos, but yeah, I did pretty well in the tournament. So yeah, you just have to apologize me for not posting any battle videos. But now I'm back with a new battle idea. I'm running Zekrom EX Eelektrik. I've seen a couple of those at the ECC and I thought, why not run it myself? I'm testing it out right away. I didn't have the Zekrom EXs, but I could trade him at the ECC, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm running my new tournament deck, which is Zekrom EX Eelektrik, and my opponent is playing Mewtwo EX Celebi. You already seen it a couple of times in the battle video, so he's still running it, but he dropped Regigigas EX and Shaymin EX for more consistency, and he added some stuff like Victory Medal, which is a pretty unique item card that lets you flip 2 coins for each head, or for 1 head you can draw a card, for 2 heads you can search your deck for any 1 card. So a pretty good card, and you could only get those a couple of years ago at Battle Road, so they're quite unique. And they were pretty hard to trade as well, so I'm pretty glad I got my hands on those. And my opponent just searching his deck with some stuff, and no, he's using 2 dual balls, so he's flipping 4 coins for each head, search your deck for a basic Pokemon. Pretty good, and in his case, because he can get out all his attackers on turn 1 and just wait for energies, and if he has energies he can use catcher, knock out that, catcher, knock out that. So that's quite the idea of this deck, just overpowering your opponent with catcher on the first turn. And with Celebi's PokéPower, he can just get energies into play so fast because of Skyarrow Bridge. He also plays that down on his first move. And I start with a lone Dynamo. How crazy is that? If he has the Donk, I'm screwed, because yeah, if he does have double Chaos Energy, he can attach it to Mewtwo EX and just use X-Ball for the KO, and Dynamo would be knocked out. Yeah, that would be unfortunate, because yeah, I'm looking forward to testing out Zekrom EX in action. Yeah, as you see, I also run an Absol in this deck, but let's see here. Pokemon Collector, let's search my deck. Let's see here. Yeah, it looks like Mewtwo EX isn't priced, that's good. And I'm going to get out 2 more Dynamos. So as I was saying, I do run Absol in this deck because of his Pokebody. I can just put 2 damage counters on your opponent's Pokemon when they bench him on the bench. Yeah, how convenient is that? Because Mewtwo EX will have 150 HP remaining, and with Zekrom's EX's deck, Strong Roll, you deal 150 damage. So 1 Absol is just great to start with, but yeah, he's not my starter Pokemon. My starter Pokemon was a Dynamo. And I get out some more Dynamos because I know that some of them will be knocked out so easily. If he has a double Chaos Energy and a catcher, you can just knock out those Dynamos in 1 blow, and Collector is just a pretty good start. It'll be pretty bad when it gets rotated out. That's we'll have to run Eelektrik and Zekrom, but without Collector we'll have to run Dual Bar or something. Hopefully they'll release something like a Collector in the future that has a reprint or something, because it's just such a good supporter that everyone's running except for the dunking decks. But aside to that, it's just a staple in every deck. And yeah, I have 3 Dynamos in play, and there we go, a Zekrom EX, and I already attached a double Chaos Energy right away, because yeah, he just runs on double Chaos Energies. He has a double Chaos Energy for his first attack, as well as his second attack, so I only need Lightning Energies now. If I can get out Eelektrik and use a Sage Training or something, I can do something. And here you see my Absol. I'm just placing it as my active to stall a bit, because if he blanches another Pokemon like Shaymin to move around energies or something, he just receives 2 damage counters, which is pretty convenient. If I had Absol before he got out all those huge basics, I could have put some pretty neat damage on all of those. But yeah, he already has those basics out, so I'm just stalling with Absol, because X-Ball will not do that much because of my resistance to Psychic. And yeah, he uses the Forest Breath of Celebi Prime as PokéPower to get an energy to Mewtwo EX. And he also attaches a manual energy to his other Mewtwo EX, so he doesn't have catcher. Logical, otherwise he would have attached it to his other Mewtwo. And now he's using Junk Arm for his Victory Medal, so he's planning on using again, flipping 2 coins. If he has 1 head, he can draw a card. If he has 2 heads, he can search a deck for any 1 card, but he has 2 tails, so it fails. It's sort of like a Splash from Magikarp. It didn't achieve anything. And now it's my move, and I do have my Mewtwo EX in my hand, but I don't think I'll bench that until I have an energy acceleration like Eelektrik, or if I have a double Chaos Energy, because those Mewtwo EXs on my opponent's bench are looking pretty scary. They have both 1 energy, so I can do anything. I just pass here. Don't have any supporter, and he does have a catcher right now, because he just top decked that, and he's using Professor Oak's new theory, so he has a pretty good supporter line. He always has a supporter each turn. And yeah, I didn't have any, so I was pretty stuck. I was forced to skip my turn there, and he attaches double Carlos energy to his Mewtwo EX, and he's attaching an Eviolite as well. So that one Mewtwo is powered up like crazy. So I don't think that was a smart decision, because when a Mewtwo EX has 3 energies attached to him, and your opponent is also running Mewtwo EX, and he has a double Kara's energy, you can knock it out even with that Eviolite. But that's just something I'm saying. My opponent might have forgotten that or something. But yeah, we'll see how it turns out. And it's just so great to play with EXs. You have to be careful, because when you knock them out, you get 2 prize cards, but when they knock you out, you get your opponent gets 2 prize cards. So you have to be careful when you play EXs down. And yeah, I promote my new Dynamo, because one was knocked out by X-Ball, one of the most popular attacks ever. If you're going to a tournament, you'll hear X-Ball at least 10 times, I'm just saying. And yeah, I can get out Eelektrik this time, so that's good. I have energy acceleration, but unfortunately I don't have any energies in my discard pile yet, so no Sage's training. But I do have Terrakion in my hand right now, and I bench it and I just promote it to stall a bit for me, because Mewtwo EX has a lot of energies, and I don't want him to knock out another Pokemon if he doesn't have catcher. So Terrakion is a great stall card. He has a lot of HP, but his retreat cost is 4, so he has to be knocked out. So it's a pretty great stall card right there. And he's using N once again. Wow, that rhymes. How crazy. N once again. So we both draw... oh no, I get 6 cards and my opponent gets 5 cards. So I have the advantage here with the N card. So as I already said, we both shuffle and draw the same amount of our remaining prize cards. Hopefully I can get a switch, because otherwise my Terrakion will be stuck. But yeah, I can just build up my Pokemon on the bench, because he didn't have the donk, and I'm still alive, so I can come back anytime I want to. The only problem is he has 2 Mewtwo EXs out, and it'll be pretty hard to knock out those without my Mewtwo EX. But I do have trust in my deck, because I run 2 Mewtwo EXs as well, so it'll be pretty hard, or pretty easy actually. What I'm saying, pretty hard is just something not good, because yeah, it's just pretty easy. But I do have to get out the Mewtwo EX. Oh, there he goes, Mewtwo EX, double Kara's energy, and now I only need the switch. Which is a problem, because I've never used switch in this battle. So I'm using Professor Oak's new theory. Hopefully I can get it. If I already used switch before, I could have junk armed for it, but I didn't use it before. So it's pretty much all about the luck here. If I draw, I can get 6 cards, and there has to be 1 switch in those 6 cards. So it's all depending on luck this time. But I do run 3 switches, so it shouldn't be that hard to get at least 1 switch. And yeah, looks like I do have a switch. It's from Black and White, so I have the 2 versions of the switches. You can get one in Herd Gold Soul Silver and one in Black and White. So here you see a Revenge KO from Mewtwo X-Ball, 2 prize cards. So it's pretty easy to come back if you knock out an EX. But yeah, my Mewtwo EX will go to the discard pile that fast as well, and uses Revive, so his Mewtwo EX is back. So I only get 2 prize cards, but the Mewtwo EX is still in play. So 3 Mewtwo EXs on a row, so that's pretty crazy. They're all full art, the full art version. I do prefer the regular version for this EX, and for Zekrom I prefer the full art version. So that's an opinion of me, because yeah, everyone has his own opinion, right? And he just knocks out a Mewtwo EX, so he gets 2 prize cards. So the prize raise is getting pretty fast. He already picked 3 prize cards, I picked 2 because of knocking out the EXs. And yeah, Mewtwo EX will be a lot of... and this, well, how am I going to say this? Well, Mewtwo EX will be in play a lot of the time in this video, because yeah, he has 2 Mewtwo EXs out. I already knocked out one, and he already knocked out one of mine, and they're still in play. So Mewtwo EX is all over the place in this battle video, and yeah, I'm using PlusPower, Super Rod to get back Mewtwo EX, and a Dynamo. I'm putting them back in my deck because I still need those. Yeah, let's see, shuffling, and there we go. Super Rod's pretty great card to recover Mewtwo EXs in my deck, because I do run Collector and Communication, so it'll be pretty nice to get him back. And I did play a PlusPower, and I used Juniper. Hopefully I can get another PlusPower, that way I can knock out Mewtwo EX with my Zekrom EX. And if it wasn't so, I need a Mewtwo EX with a double Kara's energy, so hopefully I can get those. I'm standing behind in prize cards, so A Twins should be nice here, but I don't run Twins in this deck because it's still pretty fast. It runs Thundurus for the main attacker as a Mewtwo EX at the start, so it doesn't actually fall behind in prices that easily. It does have a good starter Pokemon and a late game Pokemon. And yeah, I got Catcher, that's great. I'm capturing the other Mewtwo, and I'm going to switch for Zekrom EX, or as Tadashi likes to call it, my Zekrom EX! That's pretty crazy. You should check out his pre-release opening. You'll know where this Zekrom EX stuff is coming from, because that was hilarious. I can't say it enough. Every time I play with Zekrom EX, I just say it like this. Zekrom EX! Anyway, that was just some random information, and a little shout out to Tadashi Studio. I'm just recording this live right now, or you can't actually call it live because yeah, you just upload it to YouTube, so it isn't actually live. Nothing's live on YouTube. But anyway, let's see what my opponent does. I did attack his Mewtwo EX for a lot of damage. So his Mewtwo EX only has 1 HP remaining, or 10 HP, whatever you want to call it. It only need 1 attack on that Mewtwo to get 2 prize cards. But yeah, if I got the other PlusPower or at least a Junk Arm, I could have knocked it out. But there you see Mewtwo EX loaded up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 energies, which means 120 damage, or what is it? Oh, it also counts my energy, so 120, which means 160 damage on a Zekrom EX. Wow! And now I have my own Mewtwo EX back from the graveyard, or whatever you want to call it. I put it back with Super Rod, and he's back in play. So that didn't take long. But Zekrom EX is in a tight situation. He does have 20 HP remaining, which means another turn and he'll be knocked out. But yeah, you could say that a lot of energies on Mewtwo EX is a bad play, but yeah, that's the only thing he can do because the other Mewtwo EX only has 1 HP remaining. So yeah, quite understandable, but we'll see how it turns out. Everyone plays his deck in a different way because yeah, it's just Pokemon, everything can happen here, and yeah, you can't always say that that is the best thing you can do with this deck, or that you should have done that or something. It just always turns out different. You never have the same games over and over again unless you're up against Durant or something, but it's not every battle is unique. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say, and looks like I have a catcher. I'm gonna catch that Mewtwo EX that is almost knocked out, and I attached an energy to my Zekrom EX just to make sure if I don't draw anything out of the Juniper, I can knock out that other one. But hopefully I can get another catcher and something like a double Carlos energy. That way I can knock out that Mewtwo with a lot of energies. That will be the perfect thing to do, because when that one is gone, my opponent will be yeah, he won't have any energies anymore, I believe. That'll be great. And I'll be ahead in prize cards because I'll get 2 prize cards for each Mewtwo. So if I can get out, or I can knock out those 2 Mewtwo's, I win the game, because I'll be knocking out 3 Mewtwo EXs in a row, which means 6 prize cards. So for those of you who always run Mewtwo EX in a deck, or they're running like 4 copies, which is just way too many, you'll be surprised how easy they'll be knocked out and how easy you can lose even if you have 4 Mewtwo EXs. So I usually prefer running 2 or 3 versions, depending on which deck you're playing. If you're playing Durant, run 0 Mewtwo EXs because they will only slow you down. And yeah, it looks like I have the catcher. And Eelektrik as well, so I didn't need double Carlos energy. I only needed the acceleration of my 2 Eelektriks on Mewtwo EX just to knock out the other Mewtwo with a lot of energy. So I'll be dealing like how many damage? 20 damage, 40 damage, 60 damage, 80 damage, 120 damage, stuff. Super affection, so bang, Mewtwo EX will be knocked out no matter what I did. And I pointed out Skyarrow Bridge. I discarded my energies from Zekrom, but I only needed to discard 2 energies, so I could get back my lightning energy. I forgot to point out that Skyarrow Bridge was in play, so I retreated for 3 energies, and I only should have retreated for 2 energies. That's why I got out my lightning energy back from my discard pile to Zekrom, just to make it fair and stuff, so you could understand that Skyarrow Bridge also counts for me. And yeah, I only need 2 more prize cards, and his Mewtwo EX is running low on HP. He only has like 1 HP remaining, and he uses Juniper to get a nice new hand. He promotes his Mewtwo EX, just retreating his Celebi, and it looks like he has a bunch of Celebis in play right now because he already knows that it's going to be over pretty soon because I only need 2 more prize cards, and yeah, he knows that my deck runs a lot of junk arms, so he's probably sure that I'll be capturing that Mewtwo EX, so yeah, he's afraid that he's gonna lose, so that's why for the fun he plays 2 Celebis down, and it looks like there's a unique combination here. You don't see that often, like a Tornadus on the left side, then 3 Celebis in the mid, and on the right side another Tornadus. So that is something you'll won't come across at any tournament because it's just so hilarious. Like it reminds me of the Blue Eyes White Dragon, 3 of those. But yeah, that's another card game. I'm not going to mention a lot of that because it's Pokemon. Like we'll call it the Blue Eyes Green Celebi or the Black Eyes Green Celebi, whatever the color of his eyes are. And maybe you can point that out in the comments below because I don't really know. I'm just looking at screen here and I can't see any details of how Celebi's eyes look like, but that's besides the point. He's using another victory medal and yeah, he's just doubting on stuff. He uses Eviolite on his Mewtwo, but that won't save him. He does have only 1 HP remaining and he gets 2 prize cards for knocking out my Mewtwo EX. So this battle has been all about Mewtwo EX and yeah, I did show my Zekrom EX, so that was nice. Too bad I didn't got to show the Pokebody of Absol, but yeah, I top deck another Mewtwo EX, so in this battle I cut out all my Mewtwo EXs, like I used my full art twice and I got my regular one once, so I'm using PlusPower as well, free retreat thanks to Skyarrow Bridge. I don't want to hear any comments saying like, you cheated, your Absol has 1 retreat cost, but yeah, Skyarrow Bridge also counts for me, and as you see, I've put a lot of damage on that Mewtwo because yeah, he does have a lot of energies, and I did use PlusPower and stuff, so he was knocked out pretty fast, so I can't say it enough. Mewtwo EX, a powerful card. You'll come across many of those at your upcoming tournaments. And Zekrom EX is just a new contender in the meta game because it's just so good. If you combine it with Eelektrik, if you just bench him, you give him a double colorless energy and just use 2 Dynamotors on him, you can just attack from 1 turn and dealing 150 damage. So that's something to look out for. And the deck also runs PlusPower, so you can easily knock out other Mewtwo EXs with a Zekrom of your own. So you don't actually need Mewtwo, but it helps a lot, and hopefully you enjoyed this battle video and you learned something more. That Mewtwo EX Celebi decks don't always donk, so if you're starting with a lone Dynamo or a lone Magnemite or whatever you're starting with, don't be afraid to be donked because you have the chance to start first, and they'll also have you can also have bad luck with Celebi Mewtwo EX unless you're running like a lot of Pokégears, a lot of supporters. Like not always you're gonna have the donk, but yeah, just something to look out for. Both decks are pretty popular, and I should have mentioned that both decks are one of the top decks at the ECC. They were actually the final decks. Like Zekrom EX Eelektrik was the number 2 deck, and the number 1 deck was Mewtwo EX Celebi. But in this battle video, it was switched around, so they're both really good. Zekrom EX usually has the advantage because Tornadus is weak to lightning, but yeah, it was just a Mewtwo EX battle here. And yeah, I think that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed it once again, and yeah, stay tuned for more videos, like battle videos, like the upcoming week. We'll be testing out something new. You can just recommend something in the comment section. I do have Zekrom EX, but I still haven't tested that out. And yeah, with that, I'll leave you all. See you all next time. Yo!